It is Draco Ross. We are ready to perform for you. I have my almighty brush and the palette. But more importantly, we are going to celebrate the art of painting happy little cottages while they're burning on fire!
No, that's not okay.
What do you mean, no?
That's not okay.
Am I correct that Dean, our sentinel, is here? He probably has flamethrower to burn the happy little cottages down!
Oh, boy. Don't encourage it, Dean. Don't encourage it. Beat the devil out of it.
Oh, it's gotta beat the devil out of it!
Beat the devil
Woo!
out of it.
Woo! Never do happy little cottages unless they're burning on fire and you see the little people running for their lives. You know, that's what you gotta do. It's Halloween time. Alrighty, welcome everybody. God darn that door. Get out of here with the bucket.
He just kicked the bucket.
I kicked the bucket.
No kidding.
This is just a ghostly apparition.
I didn't even have to do anything.
No. See, now you can collect the insurance money.
Yeah.
Woo!
And everybody was here to witness.
Win-win! Hello, George. Welcome to the party. All right, guys, so this is the third and final installment in the signing and sketching speed run that we're going to be doing. But I didn't want to talk about it earlier. I kind of just recently, in the last 20 minutes, posted about the big reveal in the 30 years in the making, and it is genuinely 30 years in the making. And I didn't want to talk about it because I knew I'd get a ton of comments and people asking. I'm like, no, go to the YouTube link and you will see why. So that's why I didn't get into details. But it is tonight, among the other things, the fact that we're going to be signing the rest of the Ronald McDonald House Charity signings of the Magic cards, but we're also going to be doing the speed sketch doodles, which if you're just tuning in now, these are some of the ones. I should show you the front of them. So these are the cards. They were from the Fantasy Art Series 1 collector card set. Not a game, just pretty art cards. Anyways, on the back are some of the doodles I've done over the last two sessions, the two first and second of the signings. So these were all done. That one actually was done in 2 minutes, 6 seconds. Then I went back and added 10 seconds worth of work. But anyways, these guys were all done like 5 minutes. I think that one's closer to 10 minutes, and that one's like really quick. And then we did another one. I don't remember what that one was. Either way, they were super quick and they were timed. So, you know, the whole idea is to still make something cool, but actually have it timed. So these are some of the ones that I have done in the last two sessions. Part 1 and Part 2. And tonight, we're going to do 2 more. So that's kind of the stuff that's going to go down tonight, along with the big reveal of 30 years in the making. Now, what could possibly be 30 years in the making? I will be giving clues throughout the night.
Oh.
We're not going to announce it immediately. We're going to give people, you know, basically Lady Kelly will tell me how many people have tuned in. And when we get the most amount of people tuning in over the next 2.5, I think we're going to do 2.5 hours tonight, that's when we'll make the reveal. So keep tuned in. You don't want to miss this. It's pretty cool. And then when we do make the reveal, they'll be like, "What? We waited just to see that?" Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Woo!
Not that it was clickbait.
No. This is legit. This is legit for me, especially.
Legit clickbait.
You know, 30 years in the making, man. We have waited 30 years, and it's not just a big reveal. It's something that had been lost for 30 years and then discovered. Yeah, baby. Woo! So is it hot in here or am I just super energized?
It is toasty, ghosty.
Boy, that's amazing because we don't have the heat on. Well, we will definitely be opening the door. George!
He's fermenting.
It's once again, you know, you've been eating more. I know what it is. These metabolic rates increasing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta get him on a diet again. Gotta put him back on the diet.
Yeah.
All right, so, well, we open this here.
Not that anybody can see what it was that he opened. But just trust us, we opened. Oh no. I'm not sure we needed that, but okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he says.
Okay.
Beady, 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 bee.
So the outlet does not work. This outlet
Beady, 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 bee. Yes, it does.
No, this won't go in. Outlet does not work. didn't cooperate. All right, get ready.
No, not.
I command the wind.
No!
There you go. Now we're talking. Holy moly, everything's gonna. Ah!
No!
Ah!
You don't need quite
Okay,
that
so
much.
that's a little too much.
That's a little much.
Okay.
Hey!
There we go.
Okay.
There. Just a little air circulation. We're so pumped up tonight, man. Oh. Okay,
It's
so.
that big reveal.
Oh, it's that. It's the fact that we're doing the final signing.
Final countdown.
The signing. Yep, so that'll be it tonight. We'll have finished all the signings for the Ronald McDonald House, and then they will be mailed sometime in the next weeks ahead. Possibly soon. But whatever, we're going to do it all at once.
You'll know.
We've got some corrections to do for some of the packages. And
We'll tell you.
yeah, we'll get back into that. But anyway, so we do have some other things that we'll talk about. One of these packages, this was from, he wants me to announce it, Nate Smith. He actually sent a replacement envelope because there was a mistake on it. And it looks like there's a special surprise for me.
A special.
Which is really cool. I can't wait to show everybody. So hopefully Nate will tune in. So I'll hold off until you tell me Nate tuned in. That'd be nice.
He's got to say so.
I know.
If you're here, Nate, let us know.
We'll hang on to it as long as we can.
Give us the sign.
Give us a sign of your presence.
Give us your sign. Okay. Hold on.
Stop. Are you guys hearing that? Did you hear the increase in the fan? So the fan has been on low. And then all we said is, give us a sign of your presence.
And the fan kicked up.
Yeah, look.
There's ghosts.
You just witnessed that, guys.
That's it. We're
What?
no longer
Okay,
art. We're now
It's a
ghost
brand new fan. It
hunters.
shouldn't. Okay.
No longer art. Not signing, not doing anything. Now we're going on a ghost hunt.
Okay, there's some weird stuff going on. I'm just going to move this.
We're just going to move it. Now it's just blowing against the wall. That'll help.
Well, that'll circulate air.
Oh, sure.
All right. So, Kelly, tell us who's in the house tonight.
All right. So first off, you have your biggest fans that have been here for a while, patiently waiting for you, I must say.
Well, hopefully we entertain them with the Dragon Lord Bob Ross and the Lady Kelly Witchy Poo. I mean, you know, she came in, she there you go.
So we have Nora the Welder.
Nora the Welder! Nora! The Welder!
The Welder.
Nice.
Then we have Liza Cowgirl Fire.
Liza Cowgirl Fire!
Fire.
Woo!
That girl,
Welcome.
That girl is on fire.
Oh,
Sorry.
you didn't do that
I
to
did.
her. Did
Sorry.
you?
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
man.
We did. All right, and then we have, as we scroll down halfway, with Scott Newmeister.
It's the Newmeister, otherwise known as AKA Loki. DJ Loki is in the house.
Woohoo! I think the screen just blipped for a second too.
Uh-oh.
But we're fine.
Okay.
There are really ghosts in this matrix.
You got everything nice and plugged? Yeah, we're plugged in. Okay.
Then we have David of the Neramore.
Oh, the Netamore!
I don't know why he gets louder each time. We have Ian.
Ian, welcome. Hey, he comes in usually quick and gone, but hey, good to see you early on in the broadcast.
We have somebody that hasn't been here for a bit. Jeremy Moody.
Jeremy! Hello to you and your wife. Welcome back. It's been a while.
Welcome back.
Yeah, baby. Good to see you.
Let me see. Let me go down because I know I saw somebody else's. We have the Norrises, Dan and Chrissy Norris.
Hey, the Norrises.
Woohoo! And Corey. Oh,
Bendy Straw's in the house. It's good to see
Bendy
you again,
Straw.
too. I'm so glad you're in because this reveal, you're going to know what it is. And it goes back 30 years, so I think you were in that time period back at Gen Con. It's going to be wild. Wait till you see it.
I think I have everybody. I just realized I wasn't wearing
That's a good
glasses.
plan. That's a good plan. I mean, this was kind of a short notice. Also, I'm a little bit wired because we're getting ready for two things. SEMA, the SEMA show, down there in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Las Vegas Convention Center. The world's premier Super Bowl of all custom aftermarket automotive parts and show cars. We're going to be there with the 1974 Orange Crate, which is the featured vehicle for none other than Nora Gill's dad, Nelson Gill, ACC Performance Boss Hog Torque and Redders.
I missed someone.
Uh-oh.
I miss Dean.
No, you didn't. I mentioned Dean in the beginning.
Well,
the
he
Sentinel.
did mention you before.
Yeah. He was celebrated highlight because he's got the flamethrower. He's going to help me paint. He's going to help me paint and burn all the little cottages that we're going to paint today. Anyways, but yeah, we're going to SEMA. We're going to have the featured vehicle out there. We've got PowerTube TV, Brian Bassan, a whole bunch of the great guys, the whole building team from Orange Crate that built that van. We are so excited about that. So I'm souped up on that. Second to that, at the same time, down the street 3 miles at the Park MGM is Sorcery Con. That's right. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. What is sorcery?
Louder in the back, I don't think they
Now,
heard you.
depending if you're from New England, it's Sorcery Con. You gotta have the sorcery. But anyways, Sorcery Con.
Dun, dun, dun.
SorceryTCG.com. Anyways, but yeah, so we're gonna have. I'm gonna be there. It's kind of a Destiny and I are gonna. My daughter and I are gonna be there. It's kind of a impromptu visit that we're gonna be sometime in the late afternoon, is my guess, on Saturday, November 2nd. And we will be bringing some cool stuff, and then who knows what cool things are going to happen at that event. Who knows? But, yeah, so we're excited to go there and spend the evening with our sorcery fans and collectors, getting ready and anticipating the Dragon Lord mini set coming out next year, first quarter. So many things will be discussed. It'll be awesome. So there's 2 major events. So I'm packing up for Sorcery Con. I've got the box ready to ship out tomorrow. And then I've got the stuff that's including the t-shirts. We finally got all the t-shirts for the team. So the Team Orange Crate have the shirts with Airbrush by Beard, the whole bit. We always do that for our featured vehicle automotive customers. So anybody who's got a car or a vehicle that I've airbrushed and it's going to SEMA, we always do a whole team specific to them only shirt. It's not available to the public. So that's gotten done, and that's going in a box along with some other stuff, and it's going to get shipped to the hotel. So that's got to go out tomorrow. So it's just been pedal to the metal, man. Woo! Smoking the tires.
How is that
getting
any
things
different?
done. Oh, it's kind of a lot. This is 2 shows at once. Not to mention with all of the seat of your pants waiting for things to get done and babysitting this and that, and then, this is 4 years in the making, guys. We started this. This was known as the COVID van. This was literally that because it was the shutdown when we began it. It was March of 2020. So, I began it then, and then, of course, I was stuck down in Florida. This whole project was dogged in every way, shape, and form with every kind of roadblock under the sun. So, overcoming this and getting to SEMA at this point, it could very well be what breaks the 7th seal. I mean, I'm just saying. Because everything tried to stop it. Everything tried to stop it. Anyway, so that's what's happening. And, of course, our son and daughter is in Ohio at the final weekend of the Ohio Renaissance Festival.
She just checked in.
Yes, Destiny checked in.
Yeah.
So Dustin and Destiny are going to be there to meet and greet you guys for this final glorious weekend at the Ohio Ren Fair. So they got an exciting final weekend. And then as soon as that show ends on Sunday night, they go into emergency mode, pack up, get everything stored, and then they head out in the morning to come all the way back. That's a good, 10-hour drive. They come booming back so they can get ready, so Destiny can get ready and get packed and be ready to also make her appearance at SEMA. Because, see, here's the thing. When this whole van project started, she was with us down in Florida. We were working the Tampa Bay Renaissance Festival. And when that got shut down in the middle of the show and we had to get her home, Brett Sutton, who is the owner, Dorinda and Brett Sutton, who owns the van, they were so gracious. They helped us out in a huge way. Not to mention the other vehicle, the Grand Caravan we were driving, shit the bed and needed coil packs and all this other working product, problems with the car. And they helped. They towed the vehicle to the location. They just did everything to take care of us while we were going through that craziness. So, great people, and so it's fitting that Destiny will be accompanying me to that show.
To destroy Vegas. Awesome.
To destroy Vegas. We are the destroyers.
Yes.
We are the destroyers.
If it rains, it's because they're washing something.
Paranoia will destroy you. So yeah, this is so much stuff going on. And then we get to hang out with the glorious, the illustrious, the magnificent Nora, the welder.
Nora.
I mean, come on. And then, of course, we've got the team. We've got Terry Wilson. We've got Team Williams, who, of course, built the exhaust on the engine. We've got everybody involved. Terry, of course, is Coverman66 on YouTube, and he is the Tiki God and King, and I've got a costume for him. We're all going to be dressed in costume, by the way. So the owners who I portrayed on the side of this van. If you see my social media, you've seen this vehicle. If you go on Facebook, look up Orange, Krate, and you can see the whole thing. Portraits of them, both him and his wife. So you got Dorinda and Brett, Captain and Pirate Queen. On one side, you've got, including the Pirate King, the Bandit, the dog, their dog is on there. And then on the other side is the Tiki Bar, and that's where you see in the totems, you see the portrait carved in wood of Terry Wilson. I've got 85 or 88 hidden objects, everything from doubloons and delayed peppers and all kinds of like shells and oranges hidden. And that, if you find them all, the correct numbers equate to a word, which is on the back on the map, on the rear doors. And you have to find them all to be able to spell out what the map says. So it's a cipher. This vehicle was insane. It was like the ultimate I Spy on a mega large scale, and then, you know, with portraits and everything. So there was a ton of people involved in this. The surfboards that are on the top of the van are done by a gentleman down there in Florida who is well known for his work on surfboards, making surfboards. So yeah, it's just incredible, the participation, the collaborative efforts that went into putting this build together. So we'll be filming all of them now that we'll have so many of them together, you know, and it's just going to be a great time.
Yeah, Dan Norris saying, you actually just made me really happy. I'm not going. I don't do costumes.
Yes. So speaking of Dan, thanks to Dan Norris and HD Auto Painting, this vehicle, which, by the way, is where I was stuck when we had to shut down for, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months, whatever it was. It was thanks to Dan Norris and his family that hosted me down there, kept things going. They also Dan did the base coat. He put on all the flares. He did the clear on it. I mean, he came all the way here to Pennsylvania to do that. So it was just, you know, Dan's a huge, without Dan, we wouldn't have had this project done at all. So thank you, Dan and the Norris clan. So yeah, that's the kind of things that are going on. And then Sorcery Con, we don't even know what we're going to be up into at that point. We're going to finally get to meet the owners. The owner, Eric Olofsson. So many of the other artists that I've known, many of them I've known for decades. And not many that I've communicated with, but I've known of them. And then some I have actually said hi to here and there. And then there's a lot of new young artists that are all, you know, working in the hand painting, tangible mediums, because that's what this product is. It's 100% hand painted. So we're excited about that, just to meet those people. It's a crazy thing to have this happen at this late in life, in this stage in my career. So we're just embracing it all the way. Destiny is coming not just because, you know, it's the cool thing to do. And her birthday, by the way, is actually the day, hopefully the day after we arrive, unless the flights are delayed. But it's going to be basically when we arrive there. It'll be her November 1st. So we'll be celebrating her birthday in Vegas. So we'll do a little bit of walking around that day, because that's the day before anything really starts, Friday. But yeah, so it's just an incredible thing. But honestly, the old man needs some backup. I've done this SEMA by myself for a while, and I get, you know, here and there I get health issues coming up. My knee goes out. I mean, I need some extra help. And going through the airports was insane, carrying all the luggage, so we can split that too.
Oh, so Destiny's going as
Destiny's a mule. Yeah, she's the mule.
Wow.
That's how it is when you get older. The kids have to start taking some of that weight off. Off the old man. Yep. Oh, so don't forget tonight, make sure you grab some delicious cookies or chocolate or something else, because I am proud to say that my good friends and lifetime friends here in our area, Robin and Jamie Hawkins, but specifically Robin, made me homemade cookies. And you know what cookies comes with, don't you? Now, ignore the cup. I got that today at Sam's Club. In this is delicious milk.
I was going to say calories.
Calories? Huh. What's that?
Not right.
All right. Do we have any other questions or comments or inquiries?
Oh, no. They're like chatting away.
All right. So then we can start signing.
Other.
Okay.
Ian had said if you need any restaurant recommendations, he used to live in Vegas.
All right, tell us. We're on this. We're going to be after. It's whatever walking distance from the convention center. We're going to be staying at Circus, so it's whatever is close by there on Las Vegas Boulevard. All right, Kelly, switch it over to the close-up so we can see.
Close up. All right, we switched.
How's that look?
Your hand.
All right, good. All right, why don't you hand me the first package?
Did you want?
Nate's not here yet, so
Oh,
I'm going to
he's
hold
good.
off
Okay,
until
okay.
Nate gets here. Yeah.
Then we'll start. We'll go big and go home.
Okay, well, we're home, so we have to go big. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's all that's left.
Well, that's true.
It's our only option.
We have the special stuff, the extra stuff from this guy
Let's do
who
it.
donated big time.
Oh yes, we have someone that you can go to the big camera now.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, we definitely want to take care of this gentleman. He gave us extra money for the donations to the charity so that he could get a little bit extra cards done. And when someone's saying to me, I'll give you huge money if you can just do these extra cards, I'm not going to say no to the kids that are going to benefit from the Ronald McDonald House, let alone kids, everybody. It was generous enough where I could not say no. No one else was willing to generously donate like this, so we said, you know what, we'll take more than I forget what it was, what the number was, the amount of cards, but
It was big,
either way.
big bucks.
So, this gentleman says, regular black Sharpie, which of course is how I do it, but he wants it big across the middle of the text box. All right, we will do that. Let's see what tonight's collection of cards will offer.
And then the other thing was it the pen. The second
Oh, I want to point this out.
Oh wait, let me go close
Switch up to the close.
We got it.
Okay, guys, I want you to take a look at this. This is no ordinary card. Can you see, as I'm flashing right here, see this flashing going on right there? Do you see that right there? See that circle? Do you see the circle? You see it? Right there. Look at that. That is an imperfection. Do you see it, Kel?
I do.
This makes this, because you know how these collectors are. Oh my God! It could be the mark of the beast. It could be the second coming. I mean, they go crazy over this stuff. There you go.
The rock that flew off from the avalanche rider.
It's a defect. It's a perfect circle too. It's a perfect circle. So it is a
Someone says, is it a misprint?
It is considered a misprint. So I'm going to sign that because this is a misprint.
That's awesome. We also have LKW Sports. Who's on here? I don't know who that is.
Okay.
It says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Beard.
Hello.
You have a wonderful stream. And this person loves my hut.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm just going to lower the camera a little bit. Switch it over.
I'm going to switch to scene. Scott says, Santa Jesus.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
If you guys don't, well, we'll take care of that at a different time.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go there.
back to that.
We're going to go there at a different time. All righty.
All right.
Okay.
Go back to Cadosa.
We have the Korean forest. Hong Kong.
Yes,
There's a forest there. It's a bunch of water, but it's a forest. I was looking ahead. I'm looking at what there is a Korean forest, but not this. All right.
So it's Britt and Sean. That's who LKW is.
Okay.
Britt and Sean.
Oh, Odell.
Yes, I guess. Destiny knows these names, and now she's gone. So I'm on my own. And she's saying hi. She's not gone.
How about some music?
Oh, that's,
We got to get Destiny Beard music going on in the background.
That's true.
So you want to hit the?
I gotta.
Hold on, I'll get it.
You got it. Okay. Yeah, David says there's a forest on the island. Does that count?
Yes.
Yes. Either that, or we have to #blame David. Destiny says yes, so I guess that's yes to Rich on.
The Beast token. Now I just deafened everybody because my.
Oh, thank you, Liza Cowgirl Fire. She says I look beautiful. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Check is in the mail. Thank you. I'm just kidding.
Oh, here's some more.
And that one's not a misprint.
No, these are not misprints. The appropriate oohing and ah of the haunting, alluring vocals of Destiny Beard music upon the Halloween season.
Now there's Destiny says I can play the new song. It won't flag any copyright. And
Okay.
now they're like, how about the new song? Well,
I don't have
no,
the
no,
new
no,
song
no,
here
no,
because
but
they've been away.
I do.
What, you do?
I do.
Can
I
you
bought it.
can you plug it into that particular auxiliary cord?
I will find.
You find
I
and
must
figure
find.
out.
I find.
Then play music.
We do. We think.
Make much happiness.
Oh, I found. I have
There it is
paused.
again. Foily foilies.
Okay, let's see. How about that new song? How about it? You can pause.
So we're going to get to hear
Stand up here. Pause.
Every Night is Halloween
Every night.
by Destiny Beard, Omni Voice, Sam Haines, and Gary Bennett. And by the way, it is still #1 on the charts for Bandcamp. And it is literally known as the anthem for 2024 Halloween. Look at this.
Oh, that's why he said same pen. I don't know if you have the same pen.
Let me see.
But why? Who signed?
I don't know.
Is there somebody Richard? Is there a Richard that was in
Richard.
development or something? We don't know these people.
What does it say? What's the instructions say who this signature is for?
So it says.
I can't make out the
He
signature.
signed Psychotropic Times 4 with a pen similar to the pen that Richard used.
Oh my God, is this Richard Garfield?
Is it? Oh, it could be.
Oh, Lord Almighty. It's Richard
Ooh,
Garfield,
there you
the
go.
actual creator of the Magic the Gathering game.
We're such uncultured swine. We're like.
Well, I don't know. I can't tell from the writing. It's kind of hen-scratching.
Yes, Jeremy says Richard Garfield? I think so. All right, while he's doing that, we shall play. Here we go. And no. And now we're going to have to get back into this and go back to the beginning.
Right now I'm looking for a pen that's similar.
I had it on mute. Here we go. Every
right.
night is Halloween.
A little louder.
It comes in loud soon, so I'll stand here just in case. Destiny Beard, Omni Voice, Sam Haines.
Radiant winds and ghostly screams, haunted halls and frightening dreams. Oh, the horrors that await beyond the cemetery's gate.
Lower.
The night is creeping once again. Unleash the monster from within. It's too late to turn away. The haunting always finds its prey. Running from the man in the mask. When you step into the past, count to 1 and 2. He'll come for you. Our nightmares free at last. Watching waves, spirits come to close your eyes where darkness hides the falling of the autumn skies. Hear the wind, it's howling echo. Creatures crawling from their hollow. Step inside the terror right before the hunter's moon will rise. Trick or treat will set us free, 'cause every night is Halloween.
Will you seal your fate tonight, or wait the day? Their time is nigh. The hour is here, it's come alive. For aren't we all children of the night?
Gary Bennett on guitar.
Close your eyes where darkness hides the
go, guys. That's the brother and sister tag team duo, along with Sam Haynes on melody and keyboard, and of course Gary Bennett doing that badass guitar solo.
Whoa. Cool.
All right. There you go. There's your treat.
Woohoo.
Every night is Halloween, and it is available on Bandcamp. Support the creators.
Support.
Please, it's only $1. Download the app. It's real simple. You create your own little playlist. You got tons of other stuff that she's done on that Bandcamp. Check it out. Destiny Beer Music at Bandcamp.
Check it out now.
All right. What do you got? What's next on the list?
Another.
Another one.
And another one.
While I'm waiting, I'm just going to have another bite of chocolate chip cookie from Robin.
Woo! I'll get the music back in a second. Ooh, shiny.
What happened to the music?
I'm getting it.
No!
I don't know if it's loud. I think.
I'll lower it. Oh, yeah. It has headphones on. Anyway. There we go. Thank you.
All right. Oh, Bill's here.
Bill Pewterboy's in the house.
Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Yeah,
Oh.
Scott was saying Dustin's voice is freaking scary.
Shades of.
He says, sort of channeling Vincent Price.
He's channeling a little Vincent Price, but he's got a much deeper, more richer, bellowy. Vincent Price had just a classic, just a little bit more older man kind of feel, where Dustin's voice is a younger, more sinister, kind of thing. But it definitely has the presence, and certainly with that combined with the dance. Last time something that I remember that was done where vocals were included into a dance mix was back, with Jackson, Thriller, yeah. All right, see what we go. Oh, we got some special cards here, guys. Go ahead and switch it to the close-up.
I'm going to close-up.
Now, this is one of my favorite pieces of artwork, and it is the most underplayed. I hardly ever see it. I can't even believe I'm seeing it now. But there you go. She is kick butt. You don't mess with her. She's a hardcore mage, man. She's going to take you down. Yeah, that's a foreign guy. I think that's Korean. That is not mine. Not mine.
Check the names.
Winter Chill. There it is. Oh, yeah. Okay. We got some Chronicles going on. Oh, another one we don't ever see. And again, a mega painting. Lots of characters. Look at all the undead zombies in the back that he's commanding. Oh, I hate the fact that this was such an underrated card. Both of these. Both mages I got shafted on because nobody plays this. Help me out, guys. Why is it that I never see these cards? This is like the first time I've ever seen it. Evidently, the mechanics of it suck. I don't know what to say. Then there's this. This is history of Kamigawa. I was very happy to have done that. The Biwa, very authentic. More Chronicles. Ooh, Life Death. Oh, he didn't say hi, Ed. Oh, that's the second time. He must have been at a convention. He didn't have time. I'll say hi, Ed. Don't worry. And then we have Reincarnation. Another one I rarely ever see. Reincarnation. You notice the old man's kind of transforming into the were-lion, I guess.
Destiny says Peer Pressure is one of my favorites. Do we still have that one? Is it what, original?
No, we finally sold that painting.
Oh.
Yeah, everything. And in fact, it went to the Hammer Clan.
Hammers.
The Ashnod Coupon.
They're not on.
The Bop. The Crip Sliver. And then look at this guy. Look at that ugly guy. Mm-hmm.
Look at that
I wonder
guy.
who that could be going back.
Check out the glasses.
2004.
I think we saw those last night.
We did! Oh my god! Okay, so guys, seriously. I went through my drawers of my desk and I found in my desk 19 pairs of old glasses. I am such a hoarder when it comes to that stuff. But I did keep them for a reason because there was nothing wrong with the frames. And I figured at some point if I bust a frame, I can always go back. Well, I never did. I wound up keep buying new glasses. That's what I do. But the glasses that I have, they go back to the early 90s. And I mean, obviously there's the... What did you used to call the old school giant glasses that we wore in the 80s and 70s? You called those not stalker glasses. You called it what else?
I thought I did call them stalker.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the heck you call them.
The Unabomber.
The Unabomber glasses. These are the things that I used. We all wore in the 70s and 80s. But anyways, this during the 90s, everything was like minimized. It was almost like Ben Franklin stuff. Although it started in the early 90s with the John Denver look, and then it got slowly to the, well, kind of like the Beatles look, you know,
little John Lennon
going on. And so these glasses, the very glasses that you're seeing right there, I found in my drawer.
Oh, Destiny says serial killer.
Serial killer glasses, that's what they are.
That's wonderful to say that on a live stream.
Yeah, about your dad, you know, come on.
Ian says, are the glasses your 30 years in the making?
No,
Probably.
they're not. It's not that, no.
No, but he did prove himself to be the hoarder.
Come on, 19 pairs of old glasses.
Beyond.
I couldn't believe it. Some of them didn't have any lenses in them. The ones that did, oh my God, I put them on. The ones that, and I know the time was about 94, and I put them on and I'm like, I can't see anything out of them. They're so, my eyes, man, did they change. Not so much getting worse. I have astigmatism, so the shape of my eye has changed so dramatically. They were like, everything was warped. I was like, woohoo! I could see clearly, but everything was like distorted.
You are much closer on your close-up than we were before when you were doing the camera.
Really? Because I haven't changed the camera.
Well, you know, the singing pictures, that's all.
Yeah. I think we're okay.
Yeah, he kept coming out and, like, modeling each pair of glasses as he found them. And
well, because I wanted the shock value, and she kept saying, oh, those are nice. I'm like, what? This is the reason why I had these ugly glasses in the beginning. But no, actually, some of them are kind of cool. They're like super thin wires, like the Ben Franklin style. And then we had the Matrix style, the early 2000 ones, where they were super thin, very vampire-like. Yeah, like something that, Bram Stoker or Gary Oldman would wear. So dated. Very dated glasses. But, you know what? These things are highly sought after. I mean, I may wind, the movie sets, they're looking to try to get the right look.
I don't think you need to. Don't worry about it. You don't need to keep them.
But, well...
Then what was it that then you had a pair of, like, Matrix-looking sunglasses that cracked or something?
No. The sunglass coating is literally flaking off.
It was like spidered off.
It was spidered.
It's hilarious.
That's the polarized. What was it? It used to be called. Was it polarized lens? Yeah, polarized lens.
Maybe.
So many years.
I don't know. I'm not as old as you, so I don't know.
Kodak polarized lens. But since there's two lenses, wouldn't that make it bipolarized lenses? I don't know.
Please.
I'm sorry, I had to do that.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Help.
Oh no.
Help.
Hey, it's Halloween.
Send help.
Hi, Aunt.
Ooh, that's an interesting. So I had to look back in the chat just to see if we missed something when we were all jamming out to Destiny's song.
Yeah.
And Scott, I think we were talking about Dustin's voice, and Scott Newmeister had said Basil Rathbone. I do remember that name. Now I have to look up what his voice sounded like.
I do remember the name too, and I have to look back at what were some of the recordings and or narration that he did. Just the name alone, Rathbone. Come on, that's a kick-ass. That's a badass name.
Yes. Oh, Dan's gonna go. Bye, Dan.
Bye, Dan. Oh, there he is again.
No, Corey was asking if any of these are artist proofs. They are not.
Nope, these are cards that were sent in for the Ronald McDonald House Charity fundraiser. Regular cards.
Regular.
Cards. Regular cards, as we say.
Regular cards.
It's no like the card. These cards right here are no different than codfish. It's the same thing.
They don't swim.
Sometimes they can swim. Depends. All right.
I don't think we want to see these cards.
That is not my card, so that's going in the bottom of the pack. It's not mine.
Not my card.
That goes back.
Can't help you there.
All right. All right, go to the big screen.
Big screen. And we're there.
When I was first starting off, when Kelly and I were just trying to make a living a little bit, do some self-employed stuff. We were creating our first product, Flights of Fantasy, and all this other stuff. And during that time, there was cable television was kind of, it had been around for about 10 years, but it was still in its infancy. And there was community television, like, what was it? It was Comcast. Well, no, before Comcast, it was, what was the big, it wasn't Windstream. What was the big cable company? Cox Cable. Suscom, Cox Cable. So all the big cable companies, when they first started out, they usually did what they called it circuit television, network television, but it wasn't closed circuit. It was local community. It was like community auditions or whatever. So I went to the local. It was literally a television studio. It was Channel 6, and we were trying to pitch a program to do at that time, kind of like what Bob Ross was doing, and I wanted to do it with airbrush. So we thought, okay, maybe we should film a sizzle reel, something to show as a sample. And of course, back in those days,
the door just shut.
There's some spooks
the
going on. We got spookies going on.
Now,
we're just sitting here and the door just closed
shut.
Slowly from a complete open all the way shut.
No.
With the wind blowing inward.
Yeah, that's the deal.
Blowing inward from outside.
We have a fan out there that's blowing in the room.
What the heck?
But the door went against the fan and shut.
Okay.
Okay. George. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Call him, tell him he's on vacation. All right.
Now we are being spooked.
So I went to the television studio and I said, I'd like to do a little show at Airbrush by Beaver Life. Met with the network person. We tried to talk about it. I was kind of, all right, I'll do a sample. I get home. We're in this little rinky-dink house we're renting, and I'm in this stone ancient basement, and so I'm trying to record while I'm airbrushing an eye. We're talking, and of course I'm supposed to break it up into segments, and I mean it's so bad. I'm wearing my serial killer glasses. I've got a beret on my head. I'm trying to do the goofiest thing possible, and so when we were taking the break, and when I come back. It was very customary back in those days to say, and we're back. And of course, she never let me live that down. And from that day forward.
Because you still say it.
From that day forward.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't ever say, and we're back.
He didn't live that one down. He still hasn't lived that one down. How many years?
Remember that was a
27 years?
giant.
Oh
that
my
giant
God!
Recording thing.
Yes.
It was like a old school Super 8 style. I mean, no, it's not Super 8. It was the big VHS. It was recording on VHS. You had
Public
to stick blank.
access TV.
Thank you, public access TV.
Thank
Yes.
you, Scott. This is what happens.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time. That was 92. 91 or no, maybe 91. But whatever. Yeah, long time ago. All right. Let me stick this in here.
But seriously, like now we have no breeze.
I'm going to open the door. Yeah.
Everybody's making jokes now about the ghost.
Okay, I'm opening this. This is ridiculous. What? Oh, God.
That makes absolutely no sense because it totally pushed against the thing.
Against the wind. All right.
Oh, Liza's gonna go.
Bye, bye, Liza.
Okay. Next is this one. I think afterwards that label goes with something else, and I'll double check.
Okay. Oh, what a cute little box.
Oh, Scott says he wrote a theme song for a public access TV show in Tampa.
You did?
Nice.
Well, there you go. Yeah, public access ran. I remember, so in Rhode Island, where we were from, cable really didn't come to every section, even though we were, a small little state province with 2 million, 3 million people. It actually didn't come to all areas of Rhode Island until like 85, 86. So there were some areas that had it. And I remember when Saturday Night Live and MTV first appeared. I think it was 81. But that was only in the cities. You couldn't get cable in every apartment. It wasn't wired. They were still running coaxial. They didn't have it all wired all over the country. So, but right around 85. So from 85 to 90, when I met you, it was only 5 years of public access television. And it didn't last much longer after that. The public access kind of died out.
It's still on.
Not in Rhode Island.
Yes,
Not the stuff
all
we
that.
were involved in. Not the public access channel. That whole network that we used to cover local.
Yeah.
It turned into nothing more than like bulletin. It turned into a bulletin board. Then it became the Create channel and stuff like that, which was much later on, like 15 years later. It just died. Public access. Well, because basically the cable channels kind of got sucked up by the bigger networks, and all of the movie producing studios and whatnot took up most of the airtime. So public access was a filler when they didn't have enough, shows to present and charge. Because I'll never forget how expensive it was when cable TV first came out. The reason we didn't have it, and I know in the mid '80s it was like $95 a month was the cheapest plan. Or no, it was $27 was the cheap one, and that was for basic. And all you got with basic is literally the 3 stations plus your emergency broadcast and that bulletin board, and that was it. Then you could pay; it would jump right up to like 65 or 75. But to get anything like not a pay-per-view, they didn't have that back then, but like a movie channel, yeah, you were paying $100 in the '80s. That would be like now paying $700 a month. People just don't realize the '80s was so expensive, man.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, let us switch
All
pickles,
right.
tomato, onions.
Don't switch to onions.
No, I'm not going to
That'd be
switch.
awkward.
I know.
All right, we're on Toulouse.
Okay. Once again, the Javelineer. Oh, this one. Oh, Timmy the Power Gamer.
Oh, nice. We got a hello, an hola from Mike in Rhode Island.
Hola, Mike. Which Mike? There's so many Mikes.
Mike in Rhode Island.
Yeah, but we know a lot of Mikes in Rhode Island.
I don't know.
Okay, Mike in Rhode Island. Identify who the Mike is, so we know. Because we got a Mikey, we got a Michael. You know how it is with the Rhode Island. Everybody's named Michael there.
Mike Drop.
Oh, Mike Drop. Hey, brother. Good to hear from you,
Oh
man.
my God, I'm sitting here going, huh?
I know what that is. All right.
Ah.
Good to have you coming in, brother. Hope things are going well for you there. I hope you're holding the line on the job. I know you had been in transition, I think, last time. Or you actually had landed a job, but it was like, you wish you had something else. But hopefully it's holding the line and you got some good stuff going on. All right, this is the High Ant. So after this, we're going to do the reveal. The 30 years in the making reveal.
30 years.
And it's what's best about it, it's an unboxing of a sealed box. Woo! And it isn't anything that anyone knows about unless they follow the product. And it's not, get this. Well, I can't, I gotta wait. I gotta wait, guys. I gotta wait. I can't tell you. I don't want to give it away. When I say it's 30 years in the making, it hasn't shown, it never, ever appeared until now. So it's 30 years in the making, but it's just now available.
Mike says he's hanging in over here.
Nice.
Over. Nora has asked you, how did you become interested in drawing?
Okay. Well, I mean, I doodled like every kid does in school, you know. When I was 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, drawing superhero doodles of Spider-Man and all, whatever was available. And of course, I used to like to draw airplanes, and usually at that time it was like military planes and things, and then hot rod cars and monsters, and, you know, just the usual stuff. But I really didn't have any specific skill in it at that time. And then all of a sudden, when I was just turned 11, go ahead and switch to big camera.
All right.
I had turned 11 years old. I was in 5th grade. And one of the classes, it was the first year we studied world history. So 5th grade, world history class, they showed us what would be a video for you guys today, but it was a slideshow back in our day. But it was pictures up on a screen of the Vatican and Italy and all the Italian Renaissance artists, the medieval artists of Germany and whatnot. So I learned about this Leonardo da Vinci guy, this Raphael Sanzio guy, this Albrecht Dürer and Rembrandt and all these guys. And one of the things that I liked is they showed were these cool grotesque faces. They called them grotesque faces. They were like ugly looking gargoyle-y things and really killer like bat creatures. And I'm like, I just remember, because I had never been exposed to that before. No one in my family was particularly artistic or had any art interest, so it wasn't something I had a coffee table book in the house on. But I'm looking at this and I'm going, man, that's really cool. And I felt incredibly drawn to it. So then later that night, I asked if I could go to the library. So I got taken and dropped off to go to the library. So I went in and I took out a book on Leonardo da Vinci, and I took it home, and there was this old man of the river, and he looked kind of like a wizard. And I remember looking at him going, I wonder if I can draw that. Just out of the blue. Took a pad and got my pencils, and I just tried to copy what I saw. This would be the first time that I can ever recall actually willfully, deliberately trying to copy something to make it look good, exactly like the piece. And so I drew it, and I realized at the end of that drawing that I really did a good job at duplicating it. It looked almost exactly like the piece. And I went, wow, this is cool. I'm really good at this. I'm finally good at something, because I was a terrible student. I had horrible math scores. I couldn't spell for crap. I still can't spell for crap. But my wife will tell you that. No punctuation, horrible dramatic skills. But man, I could duplicate what I saw. So I got hooked on it. And from that point on, at 11 years old, every day after school, I would go get a new book on the great masters of the Renaissance. And I would look up like creatures, and I would take out anatomy books. And so Gray's Anatomy, William Reimer Anatomy. I mean, anatomy books from like the Middle Ages. So I'm looking at these dissections, and I'm like, oh man, I got to draw every muscle in the body. I got to learn it in Latin. And I just went nuts over it. I completely lost myself. I actually honestly felt like I wasn't even me. I felt like I was just channeling an old version of me from hundreds of years ago. I don't know. Bottom line is, it was 11 years old, and it was because of a history class of world history that showed me some of the medieval Renaissance artists. From that point, I realized that these bearded old men and these gargoyle faces were really cool. And then I remember this. There were two things that got me into fantasy. The first was we were going to the record stores back then, and I'd go into the record stores, and records, of course, albums, big LPs, they had these really cool artwork on it. And I remember the Moody Blues, Kansas. That was the year that Bat Out of Hell, Meatloaf came out. And they had some wicked cool album covers. And they had these demons and gargoyles and wizards and so forth. And I went, oh my God, that reminds me of Da Vinci's work. And I'm like, I need to start doing these fantasy things. And so that's when I think I was 14 when I drew my first wizard. And actually, a fellow classmate of mine that was in my class, most of my classes throughout school, her name is Gail, and she still has the original first wizard I ever drew from when I was 14. She still has it to this day. She found me on Facebook, Gail Julian, and she actually reached out to me. And she said, I still have this. I'm like, who keeps things that long? I don't have anything from that time. But she did.
Wait. Who keeps things
Not
that
from
long?
14.
19 pair of glasses!
That's something totally
in your
different.
nest.
That's not 14 years old. I mean, geez, that's almost 50 years ago. That's a long time ago. I mean, and just the fact, but it wasn't, it'd be different. It was mine. This is someone else. So she said, I knew. She goes, even at our age, at 14, all the kids that took your art, that you used to draw, I used to do in study class, I would draw all the time. I drew every second of every day. And every drawing I did, I would give it away. I would give it to the kids in the class, and then the kids would say, oh man, did you draw this for me? And so I was just rambunctiously just drawing. And all of these kids that I knew, and I had a small, close, I was the kind of the outcast, and I was always, I wasn't the clique by any means, never have been, still to this day. But I remember giving them to them, and I had found out so many of them kept them. And I asked them, so what made you keep them? And they went, we were so fascinated by how you could do that in no time flat. We knew it was something special. And every year that we moved, or when we went to college, we always said, hey, Mom, Dad, please keep this safe. Or when we moved, that's like our baby book. We can't lose this. And I was so honored to think that people, even young kids, my fellow graduates, would feel that way about the stuff I gave them. It was so wild to find that out. But yeah, so yes, indeed. I was 11 years old. All right, now I need to find
The box.
Well, was it just loose in the box like this? I don't think so.
I
No, it has to have I
In
can't.
the
I don't
bubble.
see any. I guess it was in the bubble wrap.
In the bubble
Okay.
in the box.
Yeah. Okay. The bubble in the box.
The bubble in the box. So Ian asks, who is your favorite medieval classical artist?
It's it truly is a split between Da Vinci on the Italian Renaissance side, and not for his invention stuff, but for his studies of anatomy and his grotesque figures. Also, the Madonna of the Rocks is one of my favorite paintings by him. But also Albrecht Dürer, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. But if I want to go further in time to the 1800s, then you're looking at Gustave Doré. I mean, come on. You know, Dante. You know, what was that? Dante's Inferno. He did most of the beautiful engravings throughout the Bible, the Old Bible. I mean, the 7 levels of hell, or whatever, 9 levels of hell. Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff that I got into. You know, so Gustave Doré. So basically, Italian, German, French. Really.
Yeah.
I wasn't much into the Dutch. The Dutch had a much more looser technique, a lot of beeswax colored. I mean, Rubens was great. I had respect for all of them, but that wasn't something I fell in love with. I wasn't drawn to duplicate or think about doing anything like that. But definitely Da Vinci, Albrecht Dürer for mainly those woodcuts and the incredibly detailed engraving work, and then Gustave Doré. Just look it up. I mean, anyone that I've met has said, "Oh my God, we love this." It doesn't matter who you are.
Scott just did too. He's like, Doré's freaking awesome.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So we have an unveiling.
All right, unveiling, and then we'll do a piece of art.
All right.
So, it's time to showcase what I've been talking about, guys. This is 30 years in the making. So the story, and they've been right here the whole time. Yeah, this just came in the mail. Came from Europe. Oh yeah, baby. Vampire, the Eternal Struggle. 30th anniversary. But the thing that's unique about this is there is a card in here that there was a painting done, and the card never showed up in the set back in '94. And the painting was lost for 30 years. The painting was found after I was asked by this company, who had bought the license to resurrect this product, Vampire the Eternal Struggle, which of course became super popular thanks to Pat Robinson and that whole attack on, you know, that whole thing during the mid-'90s of how, you know, the kids were being manipulated into cults, and, you know, they were drinking each other's blood. And I'm sure there was a few whack jobs that did that, but outside of that, it was like Pat Robinson really went after me and a whole bunch of artists that did art for this set. But there was a particular card, a particular image that I was asked by the owners of this company, the new one, and they said, "Ed, do you remember a card? We don't know the title of what it was supposed to be. We have the description, we have the mechanics. It said that the card had not been used. We don't know what they would have told you the name of the card was, but they then described it to me." And I went, "Hold on a minute. I have had a painting that has been in my storage for 30 years, plus at that time, you know." And I was like, I did have no idea what the title of the card was supposed to be because I didn't mark it. I don't think I was given a title. I was given the description of paint by the company at the time, which was White Wolf Wizards of the Coast. They were joint at the time. And I said, I can find it if I can. So it took me a while to search, and I finally found the original. And I went, this was unpublished. I had no idea where it was from. I'd forgotten. And I guess it might have been something I was commissioned to do. I was paid for it. Or maybe I wasn't paid for it. I don't know. But it just wound up getting shelved because I found out it wasn't going to be used. And I completely forgot about it. These guys reminded me of it. We found the painting, scanned it, and sent it. And it's like, this was a crucial card that was supposed to be in Vampire the Eternal Struggle. It didn't get put in. It got on the chopping block for some reason. And it was like, the guy said there was no reason it shouldn't have been in. It was a crucial card to be involved in the set. So I said, was it replaced by anything else? He goes, no. He said, and that's the thing. What happened was there was a screw up, and they lost the data on that particular card, and they swapped it for a different one. They created a whole different card. So somehow they lost the data in the last minute, and they wound up not doing anything with the painting. And they lost the files of all of those images and those cards that didn't get used that was supposed to. So this company that bought it out, they wound up reaching out to all of us. There were 4, I think, they said that they had never found, that had never got used. But only mine was the only one they didn't know what it looked like or the title was. They just had a description. So, I'm about to open this box. Somewhere in this 30th anniversary set is that card. Can't wait to show you guys. All right. This, by the way, just came in the mail about a week ago. Go ahead and switch to close-up.
All right, with it.
So, Vampire, The Eternal Struggle. Printed in the European Union. Black Chantry Productions. Celebrating Vampire, The Eternal Struggle. In the 13th year, we present the reimagining of the classic deck archetype for the Toreador clan. What's this one? Let's just make sure they're not different. Oh, this, let's see. Camarilla. These are all the different ones. The Justicars, Kindred, Renown, and key reprints. Pre-constructed deck, blah, blah, blah. Things that had not been appearing in the first series that should have, Okay, so I'm going to, let's open this up. Really nice product, nice box.
So David asks, is it a true collector's edition set with one of each card, like the 1994, 1995 MTG ice boxes?
I don't know, we're going to find out.
Okay.
Vampire the Masquerade and Vampire the Eternal Struggle. Copyright 2024 Paradox Interactive AB Publishing. Black Chancery Productions, licensee. Okay.
Nice presentation.
Well, it said reimagined with the exception of some that were original. Is that looking dark? I mean, do you think I need to lighten? I mean, I could lighten the camera.
I think that card is dark.
No, it's really not. That's why I'm wondering.
Oh.
Here, let me adjust the camera. Switch
Okay.
it. Yeah, let me switch it over here. There. That should be good. All right, go ahead and switch.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a little better. Camarilla Conclave. Camarilla's Iron Fist. You can tell that's old school. All right, so it must be on the other side of the deck. And if not, it's downstairs in that other package. They might have pulled it. I don't know. Kind of weird that it's not showing up so far.
David's saying, ooh, pre-constructed decks of cards from the first set.
It might be that mine is in the individual packs that came out on they had a 30th anniversary with some miscellaneous.
With all this buildup that cannot be.
No, it just means I have to go downstairs and grab it.
Oh.
I know where it is. I have some extra. They sent me extras, but I'm assuming that they had. But it might have been mine was in packs, so I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out very soon. Because if you don't see it, then I'll have to go downstairs and grab it. It means it wasn't in the pre-constructed deck, and they just decided to give me these. Just say, hey, by the way, you might as well have the pre-constructed too. They didn't send any message in it, so I had assumed it was going to be in there. I'm starting to think no. No, it's not looking right. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, there it is. That's one of them. So, guys, that's not the missing card. That is a reprint of Pulled Fangs that I did from the 30th anniversary. So that's why they sent it. There's only one of these in the whole entire deck.
Cow.
Holy moly. Okay, so that's Pulled Fang. That's one of the pieces I did. All right, I'm going to go downstairs and grab the 30-year lost card. Give me a second.
All right.
Go ahead to large screen, and I will be
am on
right
large
back.
screen. That Pulled Fang, it's either the original or it was a print that is actually in a dentist's office in New York. Because we were there for a convention and this guy came up, he was a dentist, and he's like, I need this in my office. And we were like, really? For now, we'll just be entertained by these little guys. I should have recorded that door shutting on my phone. Have I ever tried drawing? I have. I have a Santa that I did somewhere. Ed was sitting right next to me, and I tried that. And I also tried painting.
Okay.
All right.
So these, yes, mine were in the 30th anniversary packs.
Okay.
So these are the ones that this would have gone out instead of being in a pre-constructed.
All right.
So here we have all of mine. You're gonna now these were 1995, but you're gonna get when I get to the card that was lost that had been reprinted this year, because you can see the dates 1995. Well, maybe you can't see it. Telepathic Misdirection, Roland Bishop, Giant's Blood, Telepathic Misdirection. Oh, this is another one of the targets that Pat Robertson hated. How dare they illustrate a painting that could repel the cross? This is why we're corrupting the youth of America, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, they gave us all kinds of stuff for that. Bewitching Oration. There's your Pulled Fangs. There's your original from the actual original card that came out. Back in the day, Ed painted himself as a vampire. And here it is, guys. There is the card. And you can see, now, so there was 2019. That's when he actually contacted us for the licensing of it. I've been waiting all this time to get this card. But there it is. This is the missing card. Grimgroth. And that is actually the name of the character that the card should have been, that should have been produced in Vampire the Eternal Struggle when it originally came out. And as you can see, 1995 for everything else. But yeah, there they are. These are the only two copies I was given. And if you notice, it says White Wolf on these. This says Wizards of the Coast, but this says White Wolf because it was White Wolf that actually commissioned the piece at the time. I think what happened is White Wolf sold the property, and then inevitably it got banged around for a little while, and for whatever reason, all the files that it contained this particular card, and supposedly 4 others that wound up not ever getting done. I'm the only one that got redone or brought back to life like it should have been. It got lost. That's all that the company said. They said, we were looking through this list of lost cards, and it was handwritten, and they said all the files didn't possess it except a description of a Camarilla, and it says, while Grimgroth is ready, mages, allies, cost Tremere, and then of course it says you control 2 fewer pool to recruit 2 bleed. So, yeah, that's the, and I had this painting. And I'm like, what am I ever going to do with this thing? Because it's clearly a vampire piece. I don't know if I can't show it to you much closer than that. The camera won't focus on it. It's a little bit, still a little dark. Let me see if I can switch it over.
All right.
I'm going to try to light this again.
It's the ghost. So Ian says, wow, that's really cool. And he said White Wolf stopped printing in 2010, and then Black Chantry started again in 2018.
Well, there you go. So go ahead and switch it again.
Alrighty.
There, I think you can see a little better now. Anywho, there it is. All right, go ahead and switch back to the big screen.
All right.
Okay. But yeah, and let me finish off the rest. Go ahead and switch to the close-up.
All right.
So we have the Secure Haven, the Ruins, Lazarus, Ego the Hungry, or Igo. I don't know. Where does he go? I don't know. Bewitching Array. We're back. Oh, look at this. Brainwash. And there's a portrait of a guy in his eyes. You can't really see it that close, but movement of the mind, teleportation. And we're back to the Rajan. So yeah, those were the pieces that I did for Vitesse, and of course, the one pre-constructed deck that came out for the 30th anniversary, which is kind of cool that literally in all of these cards, I mean, there's only one pulled thing out of the whole thing, one card. And anyway, so yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, especially since we're in the Halloween time, and you know, why not vampire, right? We'll celebrate a little bit of that.
Corey says, I remember Jihad cards, but not this series.
Yeah, I did illustrations for both. What they wound up doing is they just reprinted the Jihad cards in the Vampire, the Eternal Struggle. All that was just because of the buyout that was going on. They had to rename it, and because we did the artwork all for the same thing. They just wind up changing they all interacted and all played together. You know, be it Vitesse or Jihad. It was just kind of an expansion of the same core set. You know? All right, you can go to the big screen.
All right.
So I'm packing it back up. Pretty wild.
Super cool.
There. And I'll keep this lovely sealed collector.
Ian says it's based on Vampire the Masquerade tabletop role-playing game.
That's correct. The RPG, yes. They had, this tabletop game as well as the RPG, yeah. Because we worked off the RPG to get whatever we were coming up with here back in those days. All right.
Cool.
Keep those right there.
All right.
Not many people ever see that art, that I did. It's really weird. It was that whole time period. 15 cards is still a decent amount of cards.
I told them though about the dentist that has Cold Fang in their office.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't remember if it was the original or if it was a print. It happened when we were in New York. I'm pretty sure. I think it's the dentist is in New York or Long Island.
I have no recollection of who bought those paintings.
Oh yeah, I remember that. So David says there was a TV show based on it called Kindred the Embraced.
Really?
I think I watched one and I was like, meh. I think.
Yeah, the whole idea being different factions of vampire, the Bruja and the Camarilla. I mean, it's a cool concept.
Yep. So, Liza has a burning question.
Well, let's get some fire, a fire extinguisher. We got to put the fire out. We can't have a burning question. We'll burn up the whole...
Wow.
I'm sorry I had to do that. It's terrible. Go ahead. Okay, I'm just going to get what that...
So, she was asking about when you do eyes.
Okay.
Because when she draws, she always covers one of the eyes. How do you get the eyes to be the same?
Well, no one's eyes are the same on both sides anyways. No one's eyes are perfectly level or centered or, they're always slightly off. But I work from the center out. So, when I'm doing my portraiture, I start with the tear duct and I work the drawing outward. So, same thing on this side. So, the reason being is you can get a distance from here to here pretty easy. That distance across the nose. Then, just start drawing. So, I work on this side, I do the first upper line and then the lower line, just a line. Then once I get that done, I'll kind of go over to the other side and do the exact same thing, but growing from the inside out. And I just find that if I'm focusing to try to see where the angle of the lines go from the center of on either side of the nose where the tear duct is, and I grow out from that, it's a lot easier than trying to draw from the outside of the eye and draw it in. So go from the inside of the nose area out, and that way you'll have a balance. Because as long as you get the two tear ducts right, the rest is pretty good. It's pretty easy. Because you only got so much space for the length of the eye horizontally. And generally speaking, the distance from here to here is going to be the same as there to there. But everyone's a slight bit different, and one eye is a little different. It's just natural. But yeah, I would start with the center and work your way out. And I also do the same thing when I'm doing portraits. You work with the tear duct. That tear duct is a vertical line directly to where usually the flange of the nose is. But you can look at a portrait, look at a photo of someone you're drawing, and then angle, try to connect those dots. Go from the tear duct straight down and see where that, if you draw it, get a ruler and see where that line cuts right into. And you can use that to help basically coordinate and correlate the negative and positive space, or just the lines of the nose. Also the distance. So if I've got the width of an eye is, let's say, a half an inch or 3/4 of an inch in a drawing, and I know from here down here, okay, how many inches is it? I've got a pretty good idea. I can just measure one side. If you really want to get into math, you can literally just measure it, and it goes, oh, okay, it's 3.5 inches, and I'll know that's what it is. And so in my mind, I can just go, okay, 3 eyes. Everything is spatial relationship. When you're drawing, you're trying to see something, you know what the size about it is, and you're just trying to say, how many of those can I fit before I get to the bottom of this, or the top of the eyebrow? Like to know what the distance from the tear duct to where the eyebrow starts. You've got to, first thing, how far in or out from the nose is the tear duct, and then the eyebrow. Does it go directly above the tear duct? Is it slightly in from the tear duct? So use the tear duct as a kind of a dot to go from, to kind of spider out in all directions, and that'll give you a pretty good idea of how to measure things up. All right.
Cool.
So tonight, the first drawing is going to be on the back of the Dragon's Smoke, the Gandalf Wizard. So here we have a white back card. And we're going to do we're going to do a quick doodle here. Okay. All right, Kel, get that stopwatch. Get it ready. Are we good? Are we good? Yeah, we look like it.
Yeah. You're not going to tape it down?
Oh, yeah, probably should. Yeah, I should probably at least put the base. Yeah, there we go.
Ian's going to go. He says, thanks for the 30-year reveal.
Hey, have a good night. Yep, the lost painting, Grimgroth. 30 years lost.
All right. Ready?
Well, first off, what are we doing?
I don't know.
I mean, we got a wizard.
Yeah.
I haven't done a classic wizard. Why don't we do the classic wizard? Why not?
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
So David was saying The Embraced is a stereotypical 1990s corny soap opera fantasy cop show TV at its finest. Well, there you go. It makes Forever Night look highbrow. I like Forever Night. I know Forever Night. It's a little, I don't know, it wasn't really corny. It was just not the highest end production possibly, but I liked it. I always felt like, I think it was Moonlight. Or Moonlighting? Not Moonlighting. Moonlight? Oh. Alright, David, help me out on that one. It was another cop vampire. And to me it was always like trying to take off of Forever Night. And he was a cop. I think the female interest was a reporter. I think. I do think it was Moonlight. Scott says Forever Night pilot had Rick Springfield. Like, what? I don't remember that. I thought we saw the pilot. Now I gotta go back and watch it. Nora says today is her brother's birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday to your brother.
Yes, it was Moonlight. Thank you, David. Liza says it's her aunt and uncle's anniversary. Their 10th anniversary. Happy anniversary. 2 birthdays, anniversaries. And Corey and Scott are talking about Rick Springfield was also in the pilot episode of the original Battlestar Galactica. He played Apollo's brother. I don't remember that either. Now I have to look up that one too. I liked the original Battlestar Galactica. I didn't like the reboot.
The Cylon.
Yeah, I liked that one. The reboot was a little weird.
All right, let me go ahead and...
You're doing this one fast.
Actually, kind of on the slow side, but you know what? I really am enjoying it, so why not? All right, let's get some shadows going on.
threatening you with the taser and the Daedric dagger.
Why is that?
Because quick sketch.
No. Good sketch. Could be quick, but it could also be, it's more important that it's good. I think the marker's dead.
And you.
Yeah, it died. Okay. Well, kill that one, so.
The real test will be if you'll know the time when we stop.
Oh, I haven't even paid attention.
Oh,
I'm
no.
too busy the fact the market died. So I killed all my shadowing, so now I got to do all the shadowing the hard way, which takes a lot more time because the market died. Yeah. Yeah, I got to do all these lines now by hand. Simple, long lines, but over and over again to get that shadow build up because I don't have my dark anymore. Product malfunction. Actually, I beat the crap out of him. I still think that's pretty good.
I think it's great.
I think we'll end right there. Yeah.
And stop, right?
I don't know if you can even make out my name on that.
Oh, yeah, right under his beard. The E is hard to make out.
Yeah, tough. I don't know. Maybe that's better.
The other E, the very first one.
I already did the first one.
Yeah, that's better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I lost my pen. That just died. And that was a crucial one because that was my dark one. Without that, I can't do the dark shadows. Yeah, it died. So did this one. Man, I really beat the crap out of these things over the last so many days, evidently. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just not, I mean, it's slightly better. But yeah. Anyways, hey, whatever. So there we have the Great Wizard, the Wizard Dragon Smoke, and we got a nice little quick version of him. Oh, that'll be nice to add to the collection.
Nice. Scott says you had the beard under the beard.
I did have the beard under the beard, yes. So we look at the total collection now. We've got this, the profile of the dragon. We've got the griffin. We've got the undead. We have the great ack, forest guarding. We have a wolf dragon, and now we have the wizard guy to go with it. I think that adds nice.
Show what's on the front of it.
Yeah, see? Dark and light. So let's take a look. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and just think, these will all be giveaways. All gift-aways, but only on my Patreon.
Join the Patreon.
$5 a month. $5 a month, and that's it. www.patreon.com/artistedbeardjr. And you can join and get to see me paint all kinds of stuff live each month, many times. Except with the exception of when I'm on the road. That's usually October, November. And then, yeah, I mean, hundreds of hours worth of cool content and work. And go to the big screen.
All right.
And get entered every single episode to win up to three times a month. Win one of our giveaways, which includes everything from posters, prints, and once a month we'll do the original. So pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, check it out.
No.
We've got a lot of different tiers, but
No. Go ahead. Sorry.
a lot of different tiers, starting at $5 a month. I mean, you know, that'll cost of a coffee, and you get to have, like I said, lots of hundreds of hours worth of stuff. It's really the only way I can connect with so many of the people that I don't go to the shows in their area. And, you know, literally you're watching me do stuff from the start, sketching, full paintings, the whole bit. Speaking of paintings, yeah, here. Once again, the Dragon Lord's Lair, that is from Sorcery. That's one of the big reveals we had last year. This piece, it has hidden objects in it too, by the way. The guys, everybody that was a member of my Patreon saw me actually paint it and actually got to see that. And actually contributed. You know, a lot of the stuff that I do in my Patreon, I let my collectors and my Patreon members, you know, give me advice on what they think they'd like to see. You know, it's like, well, guys, where should I hide something? You know, one of the last ones we did, we had over 88 different books. And those books had symbols, and we had to decide what were they going to be, the colors of them, and all this cool stuff. So that was pretty involved. So you get to really interact, and not only just see the process that I work with and how different layers and stages go, but you also get to give me input and be a part of the process, the whole creative process.
Yeah.
All right. So let me flip this over. Kelly, what cards do we have left to sign?
It looks like we have 3 envelopes left.
Let's start it. Let's do the 3.
Alright.
Don't forget, take your chocolate chip and cookie or candy break.
Let's get this tape to the inside of this envelope.
Tape to the inside of the envelope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clever. There you go.
Interesting. Okay. We're going to get to... Is Nate tuned in yet?
I have not seen.
Oh, bummer.
Bugger.
Hang on a second. I'm going to see if reach out to Nate, see if he can... Okay, Nate Smith. All right. Hello, Nate. We're hoping that you can tune in. I've got your new envelope and your special gift that I'd like to have you on with us on the live before I open and present it, if you're available. So, let me just make sure that he has the link. I know that I've posted it. Let's get that link. Copy. All right. So we'll get that. He may not be available tonight. Okay. Well, he has the link. We'll wait till we're done with the signing. If he's not, I want to show everybody this. Nate did something very nice for me here, and I want to present it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get to the signing. Go ahead and switch to the close-up.
Got it.
What do we got here? This is going to... God, they only put one stamp on it. All right, well, it's not going far.
Well, it made it here with just
yeah, so, yeah. Towanda. It's going to Towanda, New York. Boy, they really pack them on tight. Holy moly. There we go. Classic Chronicles, Palladium Wars. Arcadians. Not the Korean Forest. Island Hong Kong. Chromium from Chronicles. And the Bolas. taco bolas. Okay. Okay, what was that? What is going on?
Okay.
What is going on?
Oh, and
Big
that's
screen,
the
big
one.
screen, big
That's
screen,
the-
big screen. Okay.
Okay, and
So,
that's the spooky
we got stuff going on
Oh,
crazy.
that's because I didn't take any pictures for that drawing.
Oh, you
Ah.
didn't. Oh my God.
Blame David!
Oh my God. Sleeping on the switch.
I know.
Guys, this is what just came down.
Yeah.
Now I want to show you this because this is made
pretty
in
creepy.
Peru. This
Yeah.
is made in Peru, and it is a witch doctor. It's literally the real deal, a witch doctor. It's a witch doctor ceremonial incense burner type thing. The snake on it. It's basically the subject is more or less the night. It pulls the spirits of the night from the swamp. So yeah, this is not like a novelty. This is literally from Peru.
Yeah.
And
And
it
you can
just
see
fell.
it has a nice face to it.
Yeah.
There's no reason why it should move because it's not attached to anything that we are touching, and like it's not attached to his drawing table at all. Okay.
So we got some haunting
Yeah,
spirits.
David. Who kicked off the? Did you, David? You kicked it. He says, "Who ticked off?" Sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna just put it down. Well, it was also next to this. This is a real skull too. So it is a.
Yeah. Look at David.
I don't know.
So
Excuse
we'll
me,
have to
George.
I'll have to take screenshots off of the video for the drawing. I was too busy watching it and answering questions.
I will. I'll have to take screenshots off the drawing.
I was being your hostess.
All right. Speaking of which, I might as well just get a picture of that now
Get a picture of it.
before it's too late. But let me put these cards away. Let's get the cards away.
I was possessed by the ghosty. Must be destiny. Must be still on. Alright.
All right. Let me grab a photo. Actually, Kel, just
Yeah.
take a shot of me doing my final little dot on my signature. At least I'll get that. We're doing a studio setup. It's not real.
It's real because we're doing it live.
Well,
real.
it'll be real. I'll just put my dot in there. It'll be legit.
Put Yoda.
I'm gonna put my yo dot.
Put Yoda. Oh wait, I don't have it on the close-up.
Huh?
I don't have it on the close-up.
No, I care. I just want you to
Okay.
take a photo of it. So there's my dot.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Actually, I will. Ready? Go ahead.
Okay.
Get in there close. And we're going to do that. I'm really actually doing some doodling here, guys. No word of a lie. This is the legit.
He's cheating because we're no longer timing it. Cheater! I'm gonna do camera inception. That's hilarious. Afterwards, he's gonna look at that and say, "What?
Okay.
Taking pictures of."
Very good.
I wanted him.
This is a happy, he's kind of a happy wizard, honestly. He's like, yeah, man, I'm smoking, I'm having a good time. What is in that pipe? What the heck is in that pipe?
It's medicinal.
Always. All right. What's next? What else we got signing wise?
You already.
I want to finish the last of the signing. Yeah, I
Oh,
gave
yeah,
you the envelope. Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Thanks again for helping.
Oh, Bill says baking season is upon us. Almost upon us.
I know
We
what that
both look. We're like, woo.
He says to add this to his other order and send it back with it. So.
Yeah.
Okay. He used an interesting tape. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh, well, this is pretty easy. He's just a javelineer guy. That's it. All right. Okay. Switch to the big one. All right, guys. So we have finished that. Is that the last?
No, I have one final left.
Okay. One more.
That music's got louder. I'm blaming it on the ghosty.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Yep. We are pedal to the metal, going crazy, or well, enhanced crazy. We're already crazy. So this one, it just needs to be put with that other person, and then we're gonna open up Nate's towards the end.
All right.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah. All right.
Somebody really didn't want this thing to be open. Jesus. Wow. Holy moly. Are you kidding? Well. The bloody blade.
Why? Why must you invoke the ghosties?
Okay. Get back to the garbage in this.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what this gentleman says. By the way, that's the message from him. All right. So this is Kyle Reeves. Package 2 of 2.
Yep, we've seen him.
Okay. All righty. Oh yes, we've seen his envelopes before.
Yeah.
Okay. This looks like just like a couple of cards here. There we are. Now we do have the big box. Is that still in there?
Nope, we opened it.
Oh.
That was the very first one tonight.
It was a big box of over 200 cards, supposedly.
We opened, yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh wait, we're gonna move closer.
Those are classic legends. All right. Go ahead to the big camera.
All right.
All right. Looks like it's time.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
Nate hasn't come on.
No, but he can always go back and watch this.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me double check, make sure he hasn't said anything. He might not be able to come in tonight. Nope, he's not in. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we always try, especially with something special like this. So, this is a shout out to Nate. Thank you so much. It says thanks for the signing, but he's got something special on this envelope. So he's made his own little token cards kind of thing. And with Nate, his logo on the back. All right, let me show this to everybody. Close up.
All right.
So this is Nate Smith. He does drawings. I believe he said they were pen with some wash and whatnot. Pretty cool, huh? So these are his own, like, I don't know, token cards kind of thing. There's a business card. So there's your Nate, as he spells his name out. He signed each one. Wasn't that nice? That's really cool.
That's cool.
This is his artwork. Very impressive. So I want to thank Nate. That is wild. Okay. And that's just a return on
Yep.
that you want to have. Wow. All right, anything else? Are we done? Are we finally done with
That
the
was it.
Ronald McDonald House signing? Really?
Yep.
Holy moly, we're finally done. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and do one final drawing, and this one's not gonna be timed. This one we're just gonna do, and we're gonna make it kind of cute fun. This will be my premium deal.
You didn't guess the time for one.
I didn't pay attention, like I told you, I didn't care. I knew once that marker died, I'm like, well, this is gonna take forever. I didn't care. I didn't even think about
Not
it.
even going to try.
If I tried to guess, I'd say it was like 13 minutes.
It's 9 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, because I didn't pay attention. I knew it was a long time. All right.
Yeah, they like those cards from Nate. So good job, Nate. You got some kudos on there. Scott says it reminds him of the old movies where they dressed up various reptiles as dinosaurs and shot them on miniature sets.
Yes, it does. Yes. Absolutely it does. All right, so switch to close-up.
Alrighty. And we are there.
So we're going to go with the lava dragon for the heck of it. I'm going to make something really kind of fun here in the back. Limited because I do not have the correct shadowing ones, but I'll do the best I can with what I do have. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something, a style or a look that I haven't done in a while. You know what? A Japanese style. Okay, here we go.
perfect sound for this to start.
Yeah.
So Ed, from Nora, who inspired you the most, you think, for your art? Did you have a teacher, somebody?
Well, no, I unfortunately I did not have very much luck with anyone that was teaching. I was kicked out of art class in 9th grade, told that fantasy and the art that I liked was a waste of time. It was a disgrace to the art community. Basically, the people that were involved at that time in the 1970s in the public school system, they believed that the dot in the middle of a canvas, cubism, and all these other modern art type things were true art, and everything else was just a commercial miscreant. And so they frowned on anything representational art-wise. So as a result, I was told, leave the class if I'm not going to do what they want. So I didn't want to, that wasn't my thing. So I wound up leaving and just did the art for myself. I did have the benefit of, when I was right that year, 14, I used to go down to downtown Providence, Rhode Island, and I would basically kind of hang out on the streets with a lot of at that time we used to have soothsayers and all kinds of crazy people that'd be on the street yelling, the end of the world is near and all this stuff. And I'd engage in conversation with these people. At 14, I just start getting into theology and debate with them and all this crap. But one of the things I did do is I met this gentleman with this long black beard and grayish black beard, and he had a big cigar, and he was very ominous in a way. And I remember I was drawing. I used to go down. I always had my pad with me. I always had my pencils with me, and I went downtown Providence, and I would sit on a street corner and just start drawing. And I would draw whatever I see. I drew trees in front of me and all that stuff. And I was at this place, Prospect Park, which was not far from the college area downtown, and I had heard about this gentleman, and this guy comes by and he kind of chats with me, and he says, you do really good work. He said, you should come by my studio sometime. Tell your mom and dad to bring you on over. Of course, so it wasn't too long after that, I actually did, talk to my father about it, and I said, I'd love to go see this guy. So I went to his studio, and he was the first person to ever allow me to just do whatever I wanted. So he sat me up, he gave me a easel in the back of his giant studio. He had quite a few people there, and I got to become very good friends with him and some of the elderly people that were there that were drawing. And in fact, I wound up going over their homes at times and just painting with them and drawing with them when I was young, like I said, 14, 15 years old. And it was more about him just letting me explore my talents and learn. He'd ask questions of me, what am I doing? And it was just someone who actually believed in me, and just gave me an opportunity to just do what I wanted. I didn't really take so much structured classes from him, although I do remember him giving me some advice on some stuff, and specifically on the issue of drawing the female figure, which I was so embarrassed at that time at 15 to do. Because he used to have live nude drawing classes, and I would always be hiding my head going, oh, no. I was a very bashful kid. But I remember he used to tease me on that. But really, honestly, I had no one in my life that actually said, this kid's good at what he does. We really should enhance it and give him opportunities to grow with it. Instead, they shunned it, and they really didn't want me to. My parents didn't want anything. Didn't really want me to do it. They felt it was, going to be financially disadvantaging, which it was at first. Very much so, but I was a stubborn, defiant child, and I was darned if I wasn't going to do it. So I wound up just self-teaching. But as far as to answer your question about who I admired the most in the field of art and creativity, I have really honestly, sadly, not had the opportunity to meet a lot of people that were working in the same field as I was, to have any perspective on that. All I know is what I've read. And I will say this, I was always impressed with the artists who had achieved so much amazing talent and skill set in such a short time period. Raphael, for instance, I mean, he died in his late 30s or early 40s. I mean, he didn't have much time on the earth, and he did an amazing job at creating what he did, you know, mastering the skills. So I think every one of the classic artists, and certainly those throughout history who have achieved amazing things at a very young age with very limited time in a time period hundreds of years ago, I always say that's just an amazing, you know, achievement. So I would say there are too many to list, you know, that I personally have read about and I think are just incredible. I definitely feel like the pre-Raphaelites, the artists of the late 1800s, mid to late 1800s, who were shunned by the artsy-fartsy community because they dared to create illustration work, you know, realistic renderings of fantasy storylines like, you know, Edmund Lord Leighton, who was a phenomenal painter of the Camelot and the Arthurian legend pieces. I feel like those guys are my kindreds, you know, because they're people who just got trounced by the art community and dismissed when they actually were creating amazing things in exchange for the modern art movement that was going on. I also feel that there is a huge amount of incredible talent in women throughout all of history, and they never were focused on. But they, for the most part, were, I mean, geniuses. And I've seen some art done by women of the medieval time period, to which you never know because they're the students of, or they're in the studio of some of these other guys. And they're more talented than the master themselves, you know. I do believe that, you know, we're missing a huge history of artists that are not just all men. There's just as many women as there were men. I mean, art and talent and creativity doesn't know gender, so it's you know, across the board. And I think it's sad that they weren't celebrated like they should have. But now, oh my God, my entire life, from the last 25, 30 years, I would say for sure, women have been more celebrated than most men in the field since I've been, you know, in the public illustration business. No question about it. From the 90s on, they finally got recognized like they should have. And I mean, when I was art directing, I was hiring far more women than I ever was, you know, men. Not that it mattered either way. It just happened to be there were so many more talented women out there available. And I think a lot of that had to do with, you know, we as young boys were told this was not the thing to do. It was a waste of time. So I find that there's so much talent out there of history that we don't know about that I wouldn't even want to make a judgment call to say who am I most impressed with, because I will say, as someone who was suppressed and not given opportunities and was told it was a waste of time, I would always feel, to me, I would admire the ones who were given the least opportunities, who rose above that and said no in defiance of it all. And, you know, we can think about artists that I know of in my own contemporary generation, like Olivia or Rowena. These are two phenomenal, talented. Julie Bell, I mean, you know, look at her works. So, yeah, there's just so many. I couldn't even begin to name. All right, so we've got a really nice design element here with an Asian feel, a little bit of a tiger, dragon kind of mix. So I'm going to start shadowing this up. I wanted to do something different.
Is, on...
Jose! Welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome. Hope your family's doing well. All right, let's get... I'm trying to find one marker that'll hold the line for me, at least long enough to get the shadows done. Okay. Wow, this should do it.
I swear that radio was possessed as well.
Yeah, there's been a lot of weird stuff going on.
The volume just kept going up. And for more beat measures.
I didn't want to time this one because I wanted this to be really
I
wild
didn't
and very
have-
unique, you know.
Yep.
It's not something I do a lot of, is this design, you know, Asian design feel. And I just think it's going to be a cool one as a prize giveaway. I didn't want to have it limited by time.
So Jose says, so far so good. Everyone sends their love.
Awesome.
And then the Dark Novikin is here as well.
Excellent. We were talking about you earlier, Tim. You'll have to go back and watch the whole thing. It had to do with what paintings you own, specifically in the Magic. A couple of the cards came up, one specific one, peer pressure.
Are you going to dab any color in this, or is it just going to be...
I might do some gold and silver.
It almost seems like he demands it.
Okay.
Has anybody decorated their house for Halloween? Ed and I just finished yesterday. We just put some stuff on. Not mega like we used to, but we did do something.
Oh, we did pretty good, I'd say. I mean, you know.
Like, we didn't do the inside of the house,
No,
but
we didn't
the
do
outside
that.
definitely looks good.
Trying to get some gold going here. Alright, we're gonna have to open up. Go ahead and switch to the big pen. We're gonna have to open up a new
Alright.
gold pen right here. Because the ones I got are, everything's dying. All our pen, I've just abused them!
Yes, you have.
Alright, let's get this going here. I think we'll add some gold. That'll make it really cool. I'm going to blacken out the background so it pops. Shake, 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 shake. There we are. Cool. All right. Oh, I need a rag or something. There we go. All right, close up again.
Alright. Oh, that's cool. He has an Asian and almost an Indonesian look to him.
Yes, very good. You saw that.
I did. I win the prize! Hamaclan says his schedule's been hell trying to catch the streams lately. Well, we're glad you're here now. And Nora's heading out. Good night, Nora.
Good night, Nora. Thanks for tuning in.
James Beveridge has just signed.
Hey, welcome, welcome, my friend.
He says, handsome fellow you've got there.
Yeah.
It's on the back of a fantasy art card.
Yeah, trying to do some a little Japanese and Indonesian little mix for a little quick doodle deal. Let me, now we gotta put the back in there. Let's see the back.
So Tim Himmer says, by the way, Ed, I've been thinking on the painting on landscape versus portrait.
Yeah, it's got to be a portrait. Just because of the tower. Now I'm going to go back in. It falls down.
Oh no, he fell. He said landscape would be able to give it more depth for the background. Portrait mode focused on the two fighting. I think you meant mine.
Yeah, no, actually, you're going to lose a lot of depth on the horizontal anyways, but there's no way to do it horizontally. It's not a horizontal setup. It's definitely a vertical because of the tower. Okay, so.
James says, boy, the drawing's really popping out now.
Yeah, now we're going to add a little shadow to it, a little more. This is kind of a fun little, kind of a graphic.
You got a lot of people liking it. Liza likes it. She says to tell you it looks awesome.
Thank you. All right, so let's see what we can add to this. Get this a little more pronounced.
I'll have lots of pictures of this one. I usually have to forget one, and then the next one gets all my attention.
But yeah, Tim, you're the next up, man. That's it. Finally gonna get this thing done.
You're the next contestant.
Next painting on canvas that's being done will be the Dritz and Artemis battling in the Crystal Shard Tower.
Nice. David says it reminds me of a 1970s velvet posters.
Oh yes. I remember those. I did the ones in the 80s. Late 80s and 90s. I did not do anything in that early on. I was hanging out, like I said, down in Providence. Hanging with the soothsayers and those that were predicting the ends of the world. It was so much fun. I would ride the bus, and you'd catch a whole bunch of characters. It was great because I used to hang out with the people that used to talk to themselves, and I would interact with their conversations. Oh man, they'd have so much fun. That was back in the day when a 15-year-old kid could do that and not have to worry about being, taken away. And I shouldn't say that because they were still doing it. Nobody was touching me. I was built like let's just say I was able to take care of myself. Nobody was messing with me. But it was a lot of fun. The people I met, it's amazing. The history, of course, a lot of the people I met were Vietnam veterans at the time because they had just been getting back from Vietnam. And that was just, boy, did I learn the horrors of that war.
So Tim says he's excited. It'll go nice next to the MTG painting in Wizards at Play.
Yes. Oh, dude, you are going to be the envy of so many people. And the fact that there's only going to be 500 copies of the print because I was licensed, traded my work back when I was doing for Wizards of the Coast to be able to have an official license of it back in 1996. Boy, they're going to be like, how the heck did this guy get this license? I've held on to it all these years, so that's how.
Jose says this is awesome. They like this dragon. There's so much going on in it. It's so cool. It's very decorative.
Okay. Just a few more shadows.
David asks if is it 500 total prints, including the artist proofs?
500 prints, 100 artist proofs. But Tim, we're gonna get together and we're gonna go over those details, and of course we'll be doing a sketch for it to make sure that everything is in order and correct according to the scene moment that we're going to be using. I want to make sure that's all accurate. I know there's a lot of different interpretations, but it's more important that your interpretation of it is reflected. After all, this is your piece. But it also needs to be something that everyone can relate to as well. What I don't want to do is get into people going, that didn't happen, or this didn't, or, you know, that kind of thing. Now there is, of course, the Caddy Bree. Should we show the panther, in the background? All of that's an option. If it's going to enhance the piece and make it even more interesting, we should do it. As long as it doesn't contradict the lore and the storyline. As long as it's plausible, I guess is what we would say. Yeah, it's very appropriate music.
Yeah. So Tim says panther, definitely. Caddy, I don't know. I don't know what's caddy. C-H-E.
Yeah, Caddy Bree.
Yep. He says caddy, I don't know. I know we had discussed making their reflections.
Yes, we
or
did.
phase
Throughout the
colors.
ice. Yeah. And I guess that's what it comes down to, what we think about that, and what is the majority of the people that, are they going to feel that makes sense, or... I mean, we may have a situation of there's a purist out there that goes, well, at this moment that wouldn't have happened, kind of thing. But this is also artistic license to some extent.
Artistic license without deviating too far from the universe of the characters.
Correct. I think that's acceptable.
That's pretty cool. Now, since you did all the darking, the darkness behind him, how do you sign your name?
Hold on a minute.
Liza says to tell you she loves the depths. It looks really good.
Thank you. There, just across the bottom.
Oh, there you go. Now he looks like he's possibly a celestial being.
Well, I was thinking kind of like an astrological sign of some sort.
Yeah. Neat.
Just black some of these out.
Yes, Jose, in gold. You are correct. So yeah, Tim says, yeah, hence why their reflections are kind of like their spirit supporting him.
Yes.
Subtle enough it doesn't take away, but...
I agree. I agree.
Now that's so cool.
Now,
That-
this ink is going right through the other side. So the back side of the card is gone. It's just,
Toast.
I mean, well, actually, not too bad.
Not.
But there you go.
Oh, he's so
Now look at the shine.
cool.
Look at that.
You made your own foil.
I did. Guys, I made my own foil. All right. So you took pictures of this while I was doing it?
I did.
Okay. Let me grab a quick shot of it now.
Yep.
Go ahead to the
So,
big screen. Big screen.
Is that what is going to happen with him?
I don't know.
Because I don't.
I don't know. Maybe I'll auction it off.
I think he should be auctioned.
Kelly's like, no, that's
I'm not-
way too big of a deal to be given out. We're going to auction that bad boy. We got all these to give out, but that one we're going to do something different.
Well, I'm also trying to not raise the ire of Destiny.
Why? What's going on with Destiny?
No, I'm saying that if you were to give this away, Destiny would probably have our heads.
Oh, I see. I see.
James Beveridge says, very nice.
Hey, thanks, James. I got to get this in a position I can take a decent picture of it. There we go. That'll work. There. All righty. Let's grab a... There. Yeah, that's cool.
What do you think, George? George says he likes it.
Okay, back to the close-up one more time.
Alrighty.
So there we have it, the final installment for our 3 public lives. So if you guys want to see the rest of the stuff, including my working and painting literally live as well as drawing, in fact, the next piece is going to be, the next big painting we're going to do is going to be Tim Hammer's. And we'll be doing some smaller pieces in between when I get back from SEMA and SorceryCon. I'll probably get back. Well, actually, the second I get back, we have to rotate back out to Ohio and close the Ohio Fair. So we'll be back sometime late November. That's what we're looking at. But yeah, this is a little different. It's cool. And when you really, when you look at some of this other stuff, like this one, which was a timed one done in whatever it was, 9 minutes or whatever. And, there's a whole different approach to something that's like this versus this, and this has got a lot more, has to have more control. You know, and then you got your screaming griffin, you've got your simplified dragon, you've got your wolf dragon, but again, this still stands out really as a unique piece. You've got your forest guardian, and then finally tonight's happy wizard smoking his medicinal pipe. Anyways, yeah. All right, let me put that in a card. Do I have another card case left? Oh, I'm out. I'll have to go get one. Anywho, all right. So there you go.
Cool.
To those that didn't see it before, I'm going to give you guys one last quick sneak preview. So that for everybody that's already seen it, you can go ahead and go to bed now.
You go.
But yeah, so go to the close-ups.
Alrighty.
So we got the Zippo line. There's the Dragon Forged. And it's, of course, a box signed edition. There's under 100 of these made. And then we have the Harbinger of Fire. These are all on my website. Moon Song. We have the Winter Spirit. The Wizard's Emissary. By the way, when you open it, it makes that sound, just so you know. That's free. That comes free. Fire there. All right, next thing on the list of cool, fun things, and that you guys, if you haven't gotten it, you better get it, because these suckers are magnificent. They also support a company that got trashed in...
The second time I didn't have a chance
The door
to
did it
record.
again.
The door shut again.
Anyways, North Carolina is where we manufacture these, and they are right in the northwest corner. They survived. They were 3 miles south of Asheville, so they got lucky. But those guys are so devastated over there. So all the business that we can do to help them, which I have been doing, because we ordered like $5,000 worth of blankets to help them out, keeping them going. We have to get back. They have sent us a link for some great people to donate to.
Yep.
People are still they're still out in the woods, guys. 3 weeks. They are still, hundreds, up to over 1,000 people are being reported by these people who live there, you know, that are affiliated with the business that I work with for making the blankets. They have not been rescued. These people are living outside. They are trying to get supplies in. They're being refused, and half of them are being allowed to. Many of them they're just coming up now. They've been surviving on whatever it is that they had. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But so many, of course, have passed away. But those that have survived, you know, they're desperate. And so please don't forget about those folks that are in North Carolina, because that was an apocalyptic level, you know, and it's unreal, the disgrace that's happening to these poor people there. They need all the help they can get. And we're not talking through Red Cross and all that bogus stuff. They need to be helped through the local supporting companies and the supporting organizations. A lot of retired military pilots and all that are actually going out there and trying to help these people. And like I said, they just, like 2 days ago, found a family that had literally been trapped all that time. They happened to have enough rations when they got out, but they were way up in the mountains. So it's pretty amazing. But the company is out of North Carolina. They are back in action. They were out for about 2 weeks. So I had, they actually just, like I said, made the orders for us. This is one of the blankets that they make for me. It's called Old Friends at Play. A spectacular blanket. 100% cotton, machine washable, cold water, drip dry, and heavy. Beautiful, beautiful blankets. So anytime you can support American made, that's the way to go. Like I said, we did it anyways. We said, you know what, let's just go buy a ton of blankets. As soon as they were back in action, and I said, look, don't worry about my orders unless you need to. And so sure enough, they did. They just did our Moonsong blankets, actually. Just made a whole bunch of those for the Wolf and Dragon. These are on the website. Kelly will put up the link for you guys.
I did.
Yeah, okay, cool. Now, if you're looking at something a little different that's not a blanket, in fact, I have one hanging in the window. So cool in the window because when the light comes in, it looks like stained glass. But yeah, this is black light reactive. This sucker blindingly glows. You may have seen some of Destiny Beard, my daughter's Facebook pages. She's got a lot of times filming at the Ohio Ren Fair with this in the background lit up from the black light. It's so cool. They're only $25 too, and they're a great gift for Christmas because they're inexpensive, but they're big, and they can hang on the, you know, the doors, you know, especially when they don't open and close by themselves. You know, so
Oh, Mary just came in.
Mary!
Mary!
Good to see you. I have a few flags left, not a lot, but yeah, Mobile Mystic. So these are actual flags. You know, they go on a pole and all that. So for those of you guys that are into the automotive stuff, I still have some of my Hot Rod Van stuff. Here's another one. Here's the Shagster. Right out of the 70s. This is all on the website. And then, furthermore, talking about automotive, we have... Can you see that? Am I in there?
Yep.
Okay, so we got Moonsong. These are license plates. We have an upside down one here. That one actually I don't have. Hang on a second. Yeah. The Harbinger of Fire.
Harbinger.
I'll actually go to the close-up. We can take
Yeah,
it.
let's do it that way.
Let's do the close-up. Okay. Go ahead, switch it over.
All right, we're there.
So yeah, Harbinger of Fire. They're all heavy duty, and also I signed the back of them. These are my demos. See, I signed the back. Again, the Moonsong. Here we have, I always say this is my tribute to ZZ Top's kind of like Afterburner, but nice license plates. And what's cool about them is they just go up in the garage or in the studio or in your game room. Fire and ice. In this case, ice and fire. Yin Yang.
Write the song.
The Great Ack and the Earth Fairy with the Green Man Dragon.
Somebody on the live stream said they had that one, I think.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Old friends at play. Gargoyle Dragon. Very reminiscent in the style that I did this in of the cartoon gargoyles. The trifecta of wizard attack.
Mary says these are even more gorgeous in person than they appear on camera.
Well, thank you. We have the spirit animal, which is, I think, all of us, especially me eating my cookies. The Gandalf, otherwise the Wizard Emissary. It was originally scheduled to be Gandalf, and they just didn't go with it. The Dragon Lord, Dragon Reaper.
You mean...
Dragon Reaper. Don't even say it. I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. Skeletor.
Skeletor.
And that's it. For those. And, oh, wait. Not completely done.
There's more.
Yeah. That's a recomposed version of it, so it can fit the horizontal format. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, speaking of Moonsong, go ahead and flip to the big screen.
Alrighty.
I have the brand new blanket right here of the Moonsong.
Jose says, love the Green Man Dragon.
Thank you. That's totally upside down. Let's try that again.
That's you want to go there. Maybe we just flip the camera.
Whee! So there's a Moonsong. Again, heavy. This company doesn't waste... They 9 threads through and through. Man, they really did a good job on this. I'm looking at the back because they actually... There seems to be another couple of thread colors in here. What in... Oh, they put black and dark blue in there. Ooh, they upgraded this. That's why it pops so nice. Yeah, because I'm like, why is this? Look at yeah. Look at how the wolf stands out now. A little more.
Yeah.
That's a little.
Yeah.
It's heavier because there's a whole bunch more thread in it. Nice.
Quality. Not just your everyday blanket.
Wow. Yeah. So that's the new.
Yes.
The new loom process.
Corey asks, wasn't there a Dragon Lord's Lair license plate? There is.
There is. Yes.
There is. I have one on my car. That might have been what happened to it.
All right.
I
And then.
stole it.
Yeah. And then, of course, I don't know if you guys remember this, but this was back in 1996, 95 actually. Covers of Claim Comics. That's the Chromium versus Palladium Morse dual covers. I do have those. Those are limited edition prints. I still have some of those in stock as well. And, obviously we've got the Dragon Lord and the Dragon Lord's Lair, but here we have the main character from the Sorcery's Dragon Lord mini set that's coming out next year in the first quarter. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. I mean, that's everything. So, we have completed our mission all of our cards for the Ronald McDonald House have been signed. I thank you so much for your support on that. They were extremely excited there in Syracuse, New York, to get that donation. So we couldn't be happier about that. It worked out great and went to a great cause. And already got put to work. I mean, we were a huge chunk of the total donations. But I think the donations were 88,000,
Yeah.
89,000.
Yep.
You know, so
It was great.
not on our end. That's how much the total was raised. But I think we did donate the single most. You know, so we managed to do really well. Not that it matters any, but it mattered to them. They were like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
can you do this again, Ed?" You know, kind of thing. And I'm like, "We'll see how it goes."
Well,
you know?
we've been invited down to.
Oh yeah, so
St. Augustine.
next March we will be at Daytona at the Daytona Turkey Run Spring Turkey Run. It's at the Daytona Speedway, and we will have it looks like the orange crate and the '55 Chevy, assuming that Joe Mealy gets that put together. If not, maybe I don't know if the Dragon Lord can make it. We'll see. I'd have to get a new motor for it to happen, anyways, but. We don't know that. That's too far in advance. I don't know that. We don't know what March is going to be, but we have been invited to go there, basically to do live demonstrations. It's Brush Fest. That's what they call it. It's Brush Fest. It's held in many different locations. Paul Puza is the guy that takes care of that, and he's a great guy and coordinates and organizes, and he gets the best talent in the world, all of them, including Ryan Evans. Ryan Evans from Counts Customs. He's there most of the time that we see. I'm not sure if he's going to Daytona. I know he's in Syracuse. So, but yeah, so it's been just a great fundraiser. We're very happy to have done it. Are we at 9:30 now? 9:45.
9:48.
I was 3 minutes off.
Wow.
That part of my clock never stops.
Wow.
There you go. So we've run a little bit overtime, but I think that's fair. I think we're good for the night, and so it won't be any other broadcasts until I get back, guys. So we're looking at sometime. What is it? November 15th, 17th, 18th, probably around the November 18th, roughly. That's about when we'll get back on. About a week before Thanksgiving. I think that's probably what's going to happen. And I got to warm back into things because we have to do a lot of rearranging. So we'll start off with some smaller pieces. And then slowly, basically, then at that point, sometime this December, January, and February, we're going to be working on the big painting for Tim, which is the Dritz. So there you go.
Nice.
It's happening.
Woohoo!
Any last comments or questions, Kelly?
Tim's just saying he'll be in Virginia next week on another work voyage.
Work voyage. You too. Good. Stay safe, brother. Stay safe.
Yep. No, that's that. So Mary came in just in time for us to go.
Well, Mary, you get to see what we did earlier. Just check it out. And, this is these. I'm gonna one last time on the close up. I'll show you what we doodled tonight. Go ahead to the close up.
Alrighty.
So the first is we did this. This was on the back of the Dragon Smoke. We did a nice little happy wizard. That was a quick one. And then we did this very elaborate little gold infused, kind of a mix between it's very Asian, but it's also a little Indonesian mix in there. But anyways, it's a combination dragon, tiger kind of feel. But yeah, the gold accents really kind of pull it together. Give it a little extra something.
James is heading out. He says, hope you have a happy Halloween.
James, blessings to you, my friend. Thank you. All right.
So everybody have a terrific Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween to you guys. I'll be posting all of my updates. We'll be doing live feeds at SEMA as well as SorceryCon. So we'll have two events back to back. It's going to start off with the load in. We're going to be loading in the 1974 Dodge van, the orange crate, and we'll be filming that. Once it's in its spot, we'll give it a quick shout out and basically post some pictures. And then that evening, that'll be Saturday, November 2nd, and then that evening we will be at SorceryCon, and I will be, of course, we'll be filming that. Destiny will be filming with some of the cool things that we're going to be doing that nobody knows about, and then we'll just kind of follow up with what's happening there, and then right after that it'll be the next 2 days, I think Sunday and Monday will be kind of mellow. We'll just be doing some networking, getting things ready for filming for Tuesday through Friday, which is the actual show. And that's when I'm actually going to be doing a lot of filming, high-res filming for our television show thing with Power 2 TV, and then other types of things. But I will give you guys, you know, I'll even take you a tour around SEMA and show you some of the really cool vehicles that I've come across. But it's going to be wild. It's really exciting, and then, I mean, it's going to be at the most incredible, crazy time too. You know, having all that going on during that week. So we will be your escape from the madness, to have cool things both in fantasy as well as automotive custom. So be tuned into that, and that's pretty much it.
Michael Richards said, "Will you just have automotive stuff in Daytona?" And what was the event called again? Are we for sure doing this? Or?
Yeah. He talked to me yesterday. He called yesterday to confirm that Daytona's management has confirmed us for 2 vehicles. So it's Daytona's at the Speedway. I'm going there to actually live demonstrate. I'll be doing a little bit of mix of automotive and fantasy, kind of a little bit of everything. And I'm there for signings and all that good stuff to raise money for the charity.
And so what's it called?
So there's a chance if you're is he near Daytona?
I don't know.
If you are, plan on bringing some cards, and for a fee, we do the fees. 100% of it goes to the charity. So that's an opportunity for you to get stuff signed too, and knowing that the money is going to the charity. Each Brush Fest has a different charity based on its location. I don't know what Daytona's is at the moment. They're going to announce it. But it's always a children-based or some family-based thing.
So if he was looking it up, follow your Facebook.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Follow the Facebook. That's where I'm going to have all that information, yeah. Instagram too, but Facebook is pretty reliable for me.
And Tim says, Sorcery Con? What's this? Because he wasn't.
Sorcery Con. Yeah, it's taking place at the MGM Park MGM, which is 3 miles down the street from the SEMA show at the Las Vegas Convention Center. So it's right there in Las Vegas, and it's happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be there Saturday, November 2nd. Destiny and I will be there during the evening, late afternoon, early evening.
Jose says, when is Sorcery coming out?
So they tell me sometime first quarter of next year. That can probably mean, and more likely means, towards the end of the first quarter. So what is it? March,
toward the end of March then?
Yeah.
We'll definitely be posting that though.
It will be a world premiere, and we're working on that right now, on how that can all coordinate, because the company actually wants the Dragon Lord van to be there. It's kind of wild. Can you imagine a sorcery game that wants to actually have that? So we're probably going to have it close to here.
Hopefully.
Because it's
in New Zealand.
Well, we're not.
Dragon Lord's not swimming.
Can't get Dragon Lord,
Yeah, he says he wants to make sure he gets a box or 2.
Yeah, so that's another thing. I'm in, my contract allows me to buy a certain quantity of my own product. The only thing is mine has to be sold as an autograph edition only. I cannot sell the product without it being an autographed edition. So we'll be autographing the box and stuff. So anyways, but we'll get you all those details when we get closer to that time.
Yep.
They are on a sliding scale. They do not want to be held hostage to a deadline release. It's proven that they don't do it anyway. So they just say, look, we're not even going to make that kind of promise. But we are shooting for the first quarter.
General of here to here.
Yeah. And it's kind of like the soft close or soft opening or something.
Yeah, right.
It's like, okay, if we say that we want to do it within the first quarter, it could be in the first month of the second quarter, you know? Who knows? But we're hopeful. We'll see.
I'm sure we'll have it. We'll probably do a live when we get it and be all excited, running around like crazy.
Yeah. I know a lot more than anyone knows, and I can't say anything about it, but let's just say this: it's as kick butt as ever could be. I am so pumped about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like anything has ever been done before in the game industry. That's a fact. Nothing like it exists, and certainly never been done on one artist. So I'm like, this is so pumped me up, man. I'm so. This is definitely a bucket list, and that I didn't even know I could have.
We didn't even have a bucket for.
No, we didn't have a bucket for it, but now I can tell you it makes up for a lot of decades of not being recognized for work that I did for whatever reason. And boy, has it all come to full fruition in this product. This product really just salutes and showcases the, well, it's the storyline I wrote, you know, it's the Dragon Lord's world, the world building. And they took an adaptation of my storyline and then blended it into the game, and it works, you know, we work back and forth on it. A lot of people don't realize this is not just a commission for me to do pretty pictures. This was a request to use something I had already been working on since 2005, by the way. The Dragon Lord, which I've owned the copyrights to and the storyline, and then I kept adding to the, I had done paintings about it in the past, but I never really got a chance to really bring out some of the key players in it in paintings until this opportunity. It was just a free, you know, hey, do you have, it was kind of like, do you have anything that you're working on that hasn't been published that you would like to, or even if it has been published, that would work with, that you have, you can create original art for that you haven't done yet? And I'm like, well, yeah, I got an ongoing story. Cool, what's it about? Because we want to see if we can make an adaptation of it. And when I told them what my storyline was, and they said, well, this is how our game plays, I went, oh my God, it's perfect. So the synergy was just, it was a perfect alignment. And everything about the characters and the cards and my storylines and my profiles and my world building, everything that I had to send, you know, I sent them. We had very elaborate contracts to make sure we understood. This is like, you know, when you hear the words Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, you know, and they licensed these from the estate of Mary Shelley, or the adaptation of many, many books, you know, whether it's Hunger Games was a book, so many other novels that are done. This is basically a game, this component, this mini set is basically taken from my storyline and my world. The characters are exactly as they are in my story. So it's acknowledged as that too. It's not, this isn't Sorcery's Dragon Lord. It is Sorcery presents Ed Beard Jr.'s Dragon Lord. So it's wild. That's so cool to have that.
Be sneaky.
Oh no, that part's not.
Okay.
It's just that people just don't, they're not thinking of it that way. Because they're like, this has been done before. I mean, you know, it's been games, that part has been done. There have been games that have been based off of adaptations of, you know, movies, all that kind of stuff. It's just that that is very unusual to have an illustrator for games be the person they're actually using as an adaptation for a game. That's kind of a rare scenario. So it was like a double whammy for me. It's like, so I'm going to get the hand paint stuff that hasn't been done in 30 years, you know, from the gaming industry, well, 20 years anyways, because everything went digital. Actually 30. And now, knowing that the product was all 100% hand painted, that's been since the game was alpha and beta 4 years ago, to know that I'm a part of it and that it's going to be my works and my storylines, that's so cool. Yeah, so this is, and what else is, this is going to, this whole thing has given me an opportunity while I was doing the paintings and the characters to be able to do a lot more, you know, and so we'll talk about that as we get closer to the debut. So lots of other things in store, let's put it that way. All right, I don't know if there's anything else that we can talk about. This is all a public broadcast. This is public broadcast brought to you by Ed and Kelly. And we have been very excited.
Dragons.
Yes, and
George.
And Pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel.
And Lord Reginald.
Yes.
Whose hat just fell.
Oh, no.
And of course George.
And George.
My pumpkin man. So everybody's here. Hope you guys have a great Halloween. And the next broadcast will of course be Patreon only. So please check it out. Check out my Patreon. I mean,
I've linked it a few times.
cool. All right. Let's sign off. Let's get the appropriate sign-off music. Because, you know, we got to do that. This is Dustin's. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah. It's not right if we don't do the final. Here. We're going to do this. This is our gift away, but it's a great sign-off. All right, I'm going to go get the appropriate attire. Maybe not.
Pumpernickel's trying to fly away.
Oh my lord.
What has happened? Oh, there you go.
Have a good night.